Hi guys, and welcome back to Cute Life Hacks. Many of you are probably wondering why I stopped uploading to this channel, and the reason is simply because I wasn't able to create enough videos over summer, so I had to upload them all onto one channel to keep YouTube's algorithm happy. However, now I have a bit more time, so I'm going to try uploading onto both channels again. In this video, I'll show you my version of a squishy makeover using plushie techniques. This is a quick and easy way to transform your existing squishies without using any paint or glue. These squishy plushies are also really popular in shops right now, so be sure to watch my latest video here to learn how you can sell these for money. These are really satisfying to play with because they have the same texture as the slow rising squishy, but they don't get dirty as easily. To get started, you'll need fluffy socks, a round squishy or a piece of memory foam, sewing supplies, and some decorations. Try to look for the roundest squishy you can find, and I'm going to go with this panda one here. First, cut off any extra bits which might make the shape look lumpy. Then simply roll up the sock and stuff the squishy into the toe. If you're used to making sock plushies, then you have to be slightly more careful here, because you need to leave a bit more fabric compared to when you're using polyester stuffing. Make sure the extra sock can cover up the entire base of the squishy, and then seal up the opening using a running stitch. Right away, you can already feel that the texture is totally different to a normal plushie, and this is really satisfying to squeeze. Now take the leftover bit of sock fabric and draw on some ear shapes. If you're not confident about doing this freehand, then just draw a template onto card first and then trace it onto the sock twice. Backstitch along the lines and cut them out. If you're new to making plushies, then I highly recommend this video here, which explains all the sewing techniques in detail. Cut a tiny hole into one side and then flip the ear the right way round. You can get really creative here and change the ear shapes to make different animals, or add stuffing to make them bigger. I realize that these totally look like tiny elephant ears, but obviously it's supposed to be a koala. Attach the ears to the head using a ladder stitch, and try to keep both looking as symmetrical as possible. Next, fold a piece of black felt in half and cut out an oval shape for the nose. Attach this onto the face and sew it into place. Of course, you can also use fabric paint for this, but I find it just looks a bit neater if you stitch the edges of larger pieces. I'm going to use some beads for the eyes, and I actually receive a lot of questions where I get these from. I bought these from a local craft shop, but you can find very similar ones if you look up round black plastic beads on Etsy or Amazon. Unlike making sock plushies, you don't have to attach both eyes using the same thread here, since it's impossible to get the needle through the foam. This actually makes everything a bit easier. Just find the position you want and sew the eye into place. You can hide the thread by exiting somewhere behind the ear. Lastly, I'm going to add some cheeks using blusher, and our first squishy plush is done. This is a pretty good stress reliever and really fun to play with. You can turn it into a keychain and attach it to your backpack. That way, teachers won't be able to take it away from you in class. For the next one, I'm going to show you another method using memory foam, which is useful if you just can't find a round squishy. If you've watched this video, then you'll know that one of the cheapest and easiest places to get memory foam is the IKEA Rolliker pillow. Just take apart the inside and you have enough material to make tons of squishies. In this case, you want a round piece of foam, so you have to spend a bit of time carving it into the correct shape. I personally find that a craft knife is much easier to work with than scissors because you can get much cleaner cuts. Keep turning the piece while you work so you can check that it looks like a circle from all sides. This might take a bit of time, but eventually you'll get a nice round ball like this. Then, just like before, push the foam ball into the toe of the sock, cut off any extra, and then seal off the base. Now you can decide what animal you want to make, and create the ears using the remaining pieces of fabric. If you've got other fluffy socks at home, then feel free to change up the colors, such as the design for this puppy plush here. I'm going to make a bunny, and since the mouth shape was a bit too complicated to sew, I decided to cut it out using black felt and stick it on using glue. Lastly, I'm just adding eyes and cheeks, and our second squishy plush is done. Each one of these took much less time to make than a sock plush, since there's very little sewing involved. So this is a great beginner's project if you're thinking of going into plushie crafting. If you're not following me on Instagram yet, then please check out my account at macaroon and you can be the first to find out about new videos. I'm Joanna, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.